I am starting my sourdough loaves. So I have 2 bowls. I have my scale and my sourdough starter. And so I'm going to turn my scale on, make sure it's on the right unit, which it was. Place my bowl on there. I'm going to tear it out. Okay. I need to get my phone because that has the recipe on it. Okay, so the recipe says 100 grams of starter. So we're gonna start with my sourdough, which I need to clean the side of this. My sourdough starter has the most in it, and I'm just gonna get a spoon. Oh yeah, that is nice. And so I don't have to use my finger. I'm gonna get another spoon. Right now we're at 36 grams. $67 grams. I think last time I actually did a little bit more sourdough starter, like literally like a couple of grams. Also, I went and showered between the time dinner was done and this. 84 grams, 99 grams. That's a lot. That's fine. 350 grams of water. Let's go in there again. $500 grams of bread flour.
Grams of sodium chloride.
10 grams of salt. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this one, except add honey. Honey. Oh, you're warm. Don't you love that sound?
Slish, slosh.
$50 grams of local honey. Now I let them rest, rise, whatever, proof for 30 minutes. And then every 30 minutes for the next 2 hours, I will do stretch and folds. I just got done with my second stretch and fold, and now I'm making protein pancakes. I'm using the Kodiak carb conscious protein pancake mix along with the Just Ingredients protein powder, and I actually used 2 packets of the protein powder. It was the sample packet. I used peanut butter, chocolate, and then just regular chocolate, and then I'm using the rest of my sourdough discard, and I'm just mixing all of that together with some farm fresh eggs from my friend Christy over at the Brownie Family Farm, or the Tiny Market. They live right up the road from us, and I've been getting some farm fresh eggs from them, and I'm cracking them in a separate container to make sure that all of them are good before I put them in there. I would hate for it to one of them to be bad and it mess up, all of the waffles. I have still had these in my freezer, and I keep forgetting about them, and I need to pull them out for breakfast. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'll do that in the morning. Now I'm just using unsweetened vanilla almond milk to mix it up, and some olive oil. And I turned my waffle maker on to get it warmed up, and I'm just mixing all of those ingredients together, and it took a minute to get that sourdough started broken up. I think next time I will do the sourdough starter in the liquid first and then add all of the powder ingredients. That way it's a little bit easier, and maybe it wouldn't take me as long. And so from here, I'm just mixing it all up together, making sure it's all blended, and then I just start the process of putting them in the waffle maker and making some waffles. So right here I'm doing my last stretch and fold for these loaves of bread. So I just took a break while I had a waffle in the waffle maker, and I did those really quick. And then they will be ready to cover up and let proof overnight. Okay, I just made sourdough discard waffles with the Kodiak protein pancake mix and protein powder and eggs and almond milk, so it's super high in protein. The sourdough discard and low in carb. I mean, there's obviously carbs. I mean, they're waffles, but high protein. So I'm gonna try one because they honestly kind of look like Play-Doh.
Luke's guidance counselor, Luke fell asleep in class again. Haley's car payment is late, and the credit card company. Phil made a large purchase on a Tibetan website called
Not bad. Need some butter and some syrup. But they're pretty good.
But when you've been the bummer all day and
Now I'm just flouring this cutting board so that I can shape my dough balls to go into my Dutch ovens that have been preheating in my oven on 500 for an hour. I will lower the temp to 450 and they will bake for about 25 minutes with the cover on top and then about 10 with the cover off. my camera storage filled up, so I had to delete some stuff off my SD card, but I have both of the loaves in the oven now. I just put a little bit of flour on the countertop, and now I gotta clean up. And I kneaded them a little bit, formed them into nice dough balls, and then I scored them and put them in the Dutch ovens that were preheating in the oven for an hour. And now they are in there baking for about 20 minutes. And then I will take the tops off, and then they'll bake a little bit longer. So here is the honey loaf. And then there is my regular sourdough loaf. And then I will let these rest all day. I'm going to try to like wrap them up. And then I will cut into them tonight before we go on our little picnic. So I wrap that one up. I'm going to wrap this one up.